Welcome to another installment of the Writer's Block. I'm Barry Trammell, sitting in for Jenny Carlson here at the Oklahoman in Oklahoma City, and I'm joined by old pal Cedric Golden down at Austin with the American-Statesman. And Cedric, on Wednesday night, a huge event in Durham, North Carolina that rocked the entire basketball world. Zion Williamson, the great freshman at Duke, goes down in the first minute of play with a knee injury. His Nike's sneaker blows, down goes his knee. We don't know his status for the rest of the season. People are calling for Zion Williamson to sit out the rest of this season to ensure his pro prospects. The entire sneaker industry is up in arms. What do you make of the events at Cameron Indoor Stadium?
Man, it had so many layers, Barry. It was a cataclysmic, destructive, eye-dropping occurrence at Cameron Indoor Arena. Corporate America was rocked. Nike is up in arms. I don't blame people who say that Zion Williamson should sit out the rest of the year. He's the next LeBron. Nike's probably going to give him $150 million as soon as he declares for the NBA draft. And now you're looking at one of their prized bulls, and his shoe blows up, and now I'm sure Reebok and Adidas and New Balance and Puma are all going, how do we take advantage? There's a little crack in the armor. Can we get after the monolith that's Nike?
Well, you know, we talk about his status as a player. Mike Krzyzewski, after the game, called it a mild knee sprain. But we're here in late February. We're not that far from March Madness. It's possible that he would not be able to return, but a lot of people in the NBA saying, hey, pal, you shouldn't return, even if you get the clearance to play. How do you stand on the idea that Zion Williamson should or should not continue to play for the Blue Devils?
Barry, it's a business, and he's given Duke Blue Devils fans so much to be happy about this year. He's been a modern-day Charles Barkley, dunking on people. But at the end of the day, you have to look out for number one. You are going to make a lot of money playing NBA basketball, and very soon. So if I'm looking after myself, I'm going to say that I'm going to sit out the rest of the season. I'm going to miss the tournament. I'm going to shake Coach K's hand and say, thanks for bringing me in. But there are about 250 million reasons that I need to be 100% healthy for this time next year. This is my livelihood. This is something I'm going to be doing for the next 15 or 20 years, and I'm not going to mess it up by playing for free. If the next time I get hurt at a basketball game, I'm going to be playing for the Clippers or the Nuggets or the Kings or somebody like that, not the Duke Blue Devils.
What's interesting to me, you brought up the shoe contract a couple of times. Zion Williamson probably made himself some money last night in the shoe business because, as you said, Nike is going to have to come after him even harder. I mean, this is sort of an embarrassing situation for the shoe giant, and for them to be able to retain Zion Williamson wearing their Nikes is going to cost a pretty penny. They'll probably do it. Zion Williamson might have made himself even more money last night.
No question. Barry, he probably made another 40 or 50 million dollars. The first thing Zion Williamson's representatives are going to say to Nike are whatever number you had in mind, add 50 million to it, or we're just going to go to Adidas. We'll go to Under Armour. We'll go somewhere else, because number one, your product blew a gasket on national television with millions of people watching. The number one player in college basketball went down in a heap, and now you've got to explain that, and now you've got to give us some I guess in the housing industry they call it good faith money. Give us some good faith money on top of that 150 million or so you were going to give us to begin with. So you want to shore us up, just make sure we're in good hands with Nike. Bring back up another Brinks truck to my driveway, in other words.
Well, it sure is an interesting development in college basketball and in the corporate world.